Now, an American musician has been sentenced in a Russian court for drug trafficking charges. Michael Leak has been living in Russia for more than a decade, but he was arrested last year for selling a drug. Now, today he was sentenced to 13 years in prison. Arrests of Americans are on the rise in Russia. And speaking about Americans being arrested, well, the trial of the detained American journalist Evan Gershkovich comes to a close in Russia, with the Wall Street Journal reporter getting 16 years behind bars. Fox News correspondent Nate Foy has the latest.
A Russian court handed down a lengthy prison sentence for detained American journalist Evan Gershkovich. The court found the Wall Street Journal reporter guilty of espionage charges in a trial the U.S. government called a sham, while Russian authorities severely limited media access during the trial.
The charges of espionage have been used as a pretext to detain Mr. Gershkovich. There is discrimination behind the decision to deprive him of his liberty.
Russian authorities arrested the 32-year-old Gershkovich in the city of Yekaterinburg in March of last year. Prosecutors say he acted as a spy for the CIA, while the U.S. State Department contends he's wrongfully detained. And while the trial proceeded largely in secret, outside the courthouse, diplomats from the U.S., the U.K., and other allies all gathered to show their support.
The objective is to show the UK's solidarity with Evan Gershkovich and our staunch support for freedom of the press.
It's not clear exactly what happens next. Gershkovich will begin serving his sentence immediately, but the conclusion of the criminal proceeding now opens the door for a possible prisoner swap. And the administration says it's reviewing its options.
This whole legal process is a sham for Evan. He is being wrongfully detained. He did nothing wrong. We have been clear about that from the onset.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov confirmed this week that Russian and American intelligence agencies are having discussions about a possible prisoner swap involving Gershkovich. In London, Nate Foy, Fox News.
In a statement, President Biden wrote that Gershkovich was, quote, targeted by the Russian government because he is a journalist and an American. We are pushing hard for Evan's release and will continue to do so.